There was once a cheerful young boy who suddenly became quiet and sad. He started sitting alone in dark rooms, talking to himself. People around him asked, "What's wrong?" But he didn't know how to answer them. Nothing made him happy anymore. One day, a wise monk came to stay near the town for a few days. The boy's father, full of hope, took him to meet the monk. The boy sat silently near the monk for a long time. Until that day, he had never shared his pain with anyone. But after seeing the monk's kind and calm nature, he finally spoke. He said, "I want to tell you what I feel inside and ask you something. Why is it that some people become successful even after facing big problems, while others cannot escape their struggles?" The monk gently asked, "Why do you ask this?" The boy replied, "I worked hard for 2 years to achieve something, but I failed. Every day I feel like a loser. Please bless me with something that helps me never to feel pain or problems again." The monk smiled and said, "Let me tell you a story. You'll find all your answers in it. There was once a brave king. He was strong, handsome, and loved by everyone in his kingdom. People felt proud just to see him. But one day, a war broke out. Foreign enemies attacked the kingdom. The king fought bravely for 11 days and saved the country, but he lost a lot himself. He lost one leg, one eye, and got a terrible scar on his face. The scar was so scary that no one dared to look him in the eye. One day, the king was walking through the palace and saw the paintings of his ancestors. All of them looked strong and royal. He suddenly thought, "How will my painting look? Will future generations remember my bravery, or only my broken body?" So the next day, the king made an announcement. He invited the best artists in the land and gave them 2 conditions. First, the painting must be real, and second, it must inspire future generations. The artists were shocked. They thought the king is no longer handsome, they thought. If we paint him as he looks, we'll be punished. But if we hide the truth, he'll be angry too. So no one agreed to paint the king. Seeing this, the king became angry. He pointed to a young artist and said, "You must paint my portrait within 5 days. If you fail, you and all the artists will be punished." On the 6th day, the court was full of people. The young artist came in with the painting covered in cloth. Everyone was nervous and curious to see what he had done. When the cover was removed, the room went silent. People forgot to breathe. Then suddenly, everyone clapped loudly. It was a masterpiece. In the painting, the king was shown riding a horse, aiming with his bow and arrow. One leg was hidden behind the horse. One eye was closed, as if he was focusing on the target. His injuries were not visible, but his bravery shone brightly. The king was amazed. He asked, "How did you create such a beautiful painting when all the experienced artists refused?" The young man said, "Your Majesty, on the first day, I was very scared. I thought, why me? I even slept on the palace floor that night. But the next morning, I made a decision. I will sit in silence and try to see your true image with a calm mind. For 2 days, I sat quietly, watching your face in my mind. Then something magical happened. I stopped seeing your wounds. I started seeing your courage. And that's when the idea came. I saw you riding a horse, strong and focused. I painted that image with all my heart." The king was deeply moved. He hugged the boy and gave him a big reward. The monk looked at the boy and said, "This story has all the answers you are looking for. Let's begin with the first one. keep looking at the problem. Most people set a goal, make a plan, and work hard. But when trouble comes, they get upset and run away. That is where they fail. He continued, whether in spiritual life or the real world, never turn away from your problems. The moment you do, you lose awareness, you lose strength. Then fear takes over. Life starts to feel heavy, and people give up inside. The boy said, "This sounds just like me. I also gave up. Please guide me. What should I do now?" The monk smiled. "You cannot control what happens around you, but your reaction is always in your hands." "Do you know the best reaction?" he asked. "When life gets hard, don't react. Just sit quietly. Watch everything happening inside and outside you. Do exactly what the young artist did. Stay calm, don't judge, and just watch." The monk continued. When others saw the king, they focused only on his wounds. That made them afraid and nervous. They missed the greatness behind the pain. You are doing the same in your life. When trouble comes, you react negatively and lose your peace. Instead, do what the boy did. He saw the king's injuries but stayed calm. He watched his own thoughts and feelings without fear. That's when he saw the courage hidden inside the king's pain. The boy asked, "But how do I see like that?" The monk said, "Learn the real art. Anyone can learn to paint or color, but only a true artist can see beauty and greatness in everything, even in pain. This is the art we must learn in life. Start today. Look at your daily problems without fear or judgment. Slowly, you will begin to see something good, some opportunity in every challenge." "Remember," said the monk, "your world is shaped by how you see it. The moment you start looking at your problems with a positive mind, your life will begin to change. New energy, new hope, and new paths will open. And then your whole life will become a blessing. Without concentration, you can achieve nothing. Every success you see in this world is built on strong focus. So, how can you take your concentration to the next level? Learn to quiet your mind, stay calm in pain, and look at life with a peaceful heart. Because no video, no app, and no news is more valuable than your time and your focus. And yes, I will keep bringing more powerful stories like this. Together, we will win.